So, do I need more than a will? The short answer, honestly, is yes. A will says who gets what, but what's more important is that that's not the only question when it comes to estate planning. Estate planning covers what if you're incapacitated or disabled, you know, who's in charge of your assets and your medical decisions, or your minor children if you're a parent of minors, who's caring for them during that situation. And then ultimately, who would raise them if something were to happen to you. So you definitely need more than a will. Every adult in every state needs a power of attorney. A person who's in charge of your assets, who's in charge of your medical decisions, and you'll need a living will, which is what happens if you're on life support and making those end of life decisions. So you're making those decisions ahead of time in that living will, as well as a HIPAA release, so the doctors know who they can talk to about your medical decisions and your medical situation more. And your loved ones, your family members, they can call and get an update on how you're doing. Now, whether you need a will and a trust, that's a separate question. But definitely a will alone doesn't cover all of your estate planning needs. Also, if you're a parent of minors, you'd want to get all the guardianship situations completely covered. So short-term guardianship for emergency situations, long-term guardianship, who's raising your children if you can't be there for them, emergency wallet cards to make sure that the information about your estate plan is immediately available in an emergency, a letter to your children, a letter to your guardian, just so that they know the things that you want them to know. If you were to write these things down in advance, they'll have them. So if your children are very young, or if a guardian would want some advice from you on how to raise them and what kind of activities you want them involved with or organizations you want them involved with, and the values that you have for them. That is a way to supplement just a will, to make sure that everyone knows your wishes and ultimately your values and your stories, so those get passed down.